And we are live. What's up, beasties? It's me, it's Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Beast Friends Forever. Woo! I'm excited for today's show and for today's guest. This is an awesome author, somebody that I've been chatting with a lot. They're just a fantastic person, but they're also a fantastic author. They are the author of this awesome book right here, Morvelving, which I cannot wait to talk about how in the world he came up with that name because it always gives me trouble. But this is such a cool book. I've started reading it. I am digging it. And I cannot wait to talk to this awesome person about it. Let me bring them on. My guest today, author CJ Switzer. How's it going, man? Welcome.
Oh, yes, nice. Wonderful applause.
Oh, yes. You got to have the applause. Well, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I mean, you could have had any other author on. I'm super excited, and hey, man, congratulations on taking the year off work. When I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, I want to do that too.
I know. I'm excited. It's just been a little bit. I'm trying to get good routines down because it's easy to start filling that day like, oh well, since I have this time off, I should get this done in the house first, or I should run these errands first, or and then it's like every day every day I want to write some, read some, do some stuff with the channel, and if I don't get too much of one thing done, then it's like failure. Like, you can't do this. You're never gonna make it. You're wasting this time.
I have a ritual of just like, if I have an extra day off, I'm like, okay, the first day I'm brain dead. I ain't doing nothing. I'm gonna do all the things. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna just be a kid again. Do whatever I want, sleep or whatever. And then the next day I'll be productive. Because if I try,
it's a good way to do
on the first day, it just doesn't happen.
I know. It's how it goes. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. Well, I mean, you're on your way, man. You have got me beat because you already have a book published, which I love the cover. And all right, first of all, I need to know how you came up with this title, because every video I talk about it, you don't see it, but I have to edit out the times that I mess up how I say it. Because I always want to say Morvelving. I know I should put it in there.
You did pretty good. So I'm like, I appreciated the pause and the pronunciation because, when I was coming up with all my names, I was just like, I wanted something that sounded alien to English speakers, because I wanted to feel like they were in a fantasy world.
Right.
And then the problem with that is just like, well, now we've got long words, and I didn't want to like break them up. But yes, it's Morvelving.
Morvelving.
I came up with the name, and then Nip Tua.
That one too. That one. Yeah.
Hers is a lot harder, and she gets a nickname in the story. Her nickname is Nippy.
I like that.
Just shorten it up a bit. But yeah, when Morvelving is a anthropomorphic wolf humanoid, a non-shifting good werewolf. I don't know how he's Blaine from Elden Ring, but a little cooler. I might get some shade from that, but the culture for Murani, which is the race that he is inspired by Native American culture. So when I was looking for his name, I was grabbing definitions from words from Navajo and Lakota that meant being loneliness or alone, and then mourning and grief. And then I just grabbed just different pieces from their rich languages. And once I moved the letters around enough, and I got more, and then I was like, I can add Vel there, and then the ending just kind of fit together, and I started saying it out loud, and I was like, okay, this kind of works, and it has some familiarity because people see Morvel and they think of Marvel or Morvel or whatever, and it's like, though that's not connected at all, it just
works.
Hey, this is familiar. Let's just go with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Well, I agree with Grady Shelton. Thanks for being here, Grady. Said good beard representation. I mean, I gotta say, man, your beard deserves another round of applause.
Oh, yeah.
Just because that is impressive, and the shaping and everything. You got some beard game.
I appreciate
it's
it.
impressive.
This king is being pretty frustrating lately, so I'm glad you think it looks good.
No, it looks good, man. I would love to have my beard like that, but mine gets really. I have two problems with my beard when I try to grow it out. It gets really like curly and brillowy and rough, and then also
that's
it like
nice.
what sucks though is like it doesn't like grow out like this. It goes like under my chin and then down. So it's like it looks like I have like a fake beard hanging from my real beard.
Well, it looks really dapper now, but I don't believe that. You could nurse that out because, like, beard oil or
I
wax
do,
or
man.
whatever.
I get the oil, the balm. I do it all. I even had one of those ionizer comb things that are supposed to like because on the video it shows it all frazzled. Then the guy does it and it's like all perfect. It doesn't work, but yours looks sweet anyway.
Hannah laughs at me sometimes, my wife, because I'm messing with my beard longer than she's messing with her hair. So.
It takes a lot of work to have a sweet looking beard like that, man. And here we go. AJ also says glorious beards. Thank you, AJ. Appreciate that, my friend. All right. So in your own words, why don't you share real quick with us what Morvelving is about, and then I'll tell you about my thoughts from reading it so far.
Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, so Morvelving is the first book in the Morning Sword series. And what you can expect from this series is the overarching themes is redemption and tragic destiny. This story is about Morvelving and Nepictua. Morvelving is exiled from his tribe because his drug addiction caused his son to die, and because he ran away from some very important grieving and tribal rights, they exiled him because they're like, you are so deep in this drug that you're not one of us anymore. So they exiled him. So he's all alone. And then he finds himself, he has a little bit of help from a matriarchal dwarf that he runs into. And she leads him onto this path of redemption. And he rejects it at first, but of course, destiny, fate, the thing that you least want and the thing that you most need just runs into you. And Nepictua does that. And he ends up taking care of her, taking her in, and tries to find a home for her because, I mean, he's a different race. And he's like, I don't know what to do with this human child. Who's also, she's deaf from birth, and then through some horrid events and tribal rituals, her tongue was cut out. So she can't speak as well. But she has hand signals, and that's how they communicate. And so this first book is just their journey, figuring out each other, and being the redemption and family for both of each other. That's pretty much the first book. Yeah. So I've got 4 books planned for these 2 characters. And we're just going to go through their journey and live their lives and see who gets redeemed and what tragic destiny ends up happening. Because the driving Morvelving quickly learns that something's going on with Nepictua. The gods and the fates is visited by the spirit, and there's something over her, and he doesn't know what it is, and it could potentially just be his imagination, but it continues to drive him and her forward across the continent of Urbos.
Oh man, such good stuff, dude. I was just gonna ask how many books you had planned. So 4 books planned, awesome. And then this is your debut book, right?
Yes, this is my debut. This is the one I chose to do. It was maybe not the best choice, but
I think it
I
was,
did
man.
it. It was great. I love the artist Yvonne C Design on
Yes. Look
Instagram.
at that cover, guys.
So
Beautiful.
fun to work with. Yeah, and I was just like, I wanted something that just felt. I love books that um, are mysterious, that have meaning behind, sometimes behind the words or behind the picture. And um, I love it when I just start to learn more things about the story, or as I continue to read it, looking back on the story and like, oh, that's what that cover was showing, or that's what that the piece of the story was talking about. So that's definitely what I write what I like to read.
Yes, they say that's what you should do. Get it all in there.
Hopefully coherently, which I think it is. But,
It is. That's what I was just gonna say. Like, I'm not super far into it yet, but I love the story, love the characters, I love the concepts and everything. But man, your writing is really good. Like it's
oh, thank
beautiful
you.
writing, but then it's also like got this grittiness to it that I really like so far. Like, and
Yeah,
I love books that when authors put real life stuff into it, and he's dealing with grief, he's got the drug addiction, he's dealing with depression, loss, like, oh, and then there's some dad stuff in there. I love the dad stuff, and man, like, you're just checking all the boxes for me. Like this, I'm whoa,
that
my
makes me
phone is
so
not
happy.
silenced. I'm sorry. Let me
Well,
silence my phone.
yeah. I when I decided to write, because I had written other stories before. I have
Mhm.
a draft for an epic political fantasy, but there was a character in there, that this sword fighter that was called the Morning Sword, and I was like, wait, what's his story? Why is he called that? And I developed it there, and then I was like, no, let's go further back in history. Let's go to antiquity or ancient history, into the Bronze Age, and let's go to the very source of this legendary
Mhm.
title and explore what it is. And so I was really excited to do that. And then it just came up at the time when I was developing this story. Like Mandalorian was big, and Last of
Mhm.
Us is big, and
Oh
I was
yeah.
just like, you know what, found family, parent and
Yes.
child, just duo. I'm like that. It's comfortable. It's cozy. And then I was like, well, originally I wanted the story to fit into the grim dark
Mhm.
genre, and I was advertising it as that. And then I had a couple
Yeah.
people just like, it's a little too hopeful for grim dark, and I was like, oh yeah, it is. So I stopped doing that. But the world is very
Mhm.
gritty.
Yeah.
It's,
I
well,
love it.
because I try to bring realism into it a little bit. Um, and as you read on, hopefully you'll be able to keep feeling that. And thank you so much for giving it a chance. Like that is just like, I'm always just like, hey everyone, read this awesome book that I wrote, and then it's like I never hear from them again. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
shoot, what did they think about that?
Oh, well, I mean, the cover got me right away once I saw it. And then, I always read a little bit of it before I have somebody on. And sometimes I read it, I'm like, that's pretty good. But then, I don't get back to it. But this, you got me hooked, man. I'm going to be reading this and
Well, good.
talking about it on my channel a lot. But the other thing, and why I'm excited to have you on the channel, is because you're just a nice dude, man. I mean, I talk to a lot
Well,
of people, and you're just a little extra special. You're just an extra nice
oh,
guy, and that makes me want to read your book more and shout you out and get spotlight on you more, man. So you being a good person
you can make
also
me feel.
helps.
I really appreciate
So
that. That's really nice to hear. I mean, I'm an absolute dork. I make a fool of myself all the
me too.
time. The people that know me will be like, "Yeah, that's Caleb. That's DJ. He's fine."
Well,
Um,
I mean, it shows that you got some representation here in the chat. We got Chad Switzer saying yay for books. I'm
hey, that's
guessing
my
that's a
brother.
relation. Your brother, nice. And then I think I know who this is. They said gorgeous cover. The guy in the back is pretty cute too. I'm hoping this is your wife. Otherwise, somebody in the family has some explaining to do. I mean, look at that. That's awesome. And Grady says CJ is the nicest. See, I mean, that's what you do, man. It
had the
pays off.
opportunity to sit down with Grady, and that man knows genres and so many books. I mean, I'm a slow reader, and so I'm always like, people are like, "Oh, have you read this book and read this book?" I'm like, I'm still on the first book that I started this year. Like,
yeah, it takes me some time. That's okay. It's I know. I can, if I can sit down and be uninterrupted, I can read really fast. But you know how it is. The older you get, that's less happens. So
well, that I'm like writing more and everything, like when I'm reading a book and I start getting invested, I just break down in tears. I'm just like, damn it, they did it before I could. Like,
this is such a good idea, or like, dang it. Yeah,
I go and like stare out the window for a little bit and just like, well, what's the point? You know, it's just,
pack it in. I'm done.
I was reading the Shadow of What Was Lost by James Ishington, and one of the characters that is like morally gray a bit, or they don't know that they're morally gray, but they're definitely like potentially the villain, and I'm just like soaking it up, and I'm like, damn it, I was gonna do that, you know.
I know, dang it. But you could still do it. Just you have to put your own wrinkle on it, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything has been regurgitated, but what's different is there's themes that are regurgitated, but how they're presented is different.
Yes. So. Yep, that's how you got to find your own way to do it, right? For sure. All right. Well, that is some awesome stuff, man. I want to know, how did you come up with the idea for just the character wise? Like, how did you think of the idea for the main characters? You know, one, the guy losing a son, having addiction, struggling with all that, being exiled and alone. And then the child that he finds being deaf and mute. How did you come up with all of that? Is it just creativity, or is some of that from like your real life experiences?
Well, I wanted to make writing them as difficult as possible because I hate myself. No.
I was going to say this. You did not make this easy on yourself.
No. Yeah. When I was developing the story, because Morvelving is a Morani, which is a race of immortal humanoid wolves, and they're my Tolkien elves essentially. They're noble, they're fair, they have the power of healing, very magical and stuff like that. And when I was like, well, how do I make a character like that relatable? And I was chatting with some people, peers and stuff like that, and they're like, well, where's the flaws? And I was like, oh yeah, well, flaws and stuff like that. And I was like, well, he's got to have like some kind of strong flaw. So the drug addiction was one, because like, I mean, for me personally, like addiction is a real thing. Like everyone has their own
something
and stuff like that. So I wanted to make that very present and very real and consistent. Like even when he thinks he's doing fine with it, it just pops up and suddenly he's in it again, you know. So that was one, and then to show the reader what kind of story they were getting into, I needed him to have a dark backstory and start him in a dark place and have him start moving forward. And I was just like, I was starting to think about some things. I'm like, well, you know, a parent losing a child, that's pretty bad. But a parent losing a child by their own fault and then not admitting their guilt and running away in a drug, like that's even worse. And so I really wanted this at the end. And then for Nippy, I didn't want her just to be another like sassy child, mischievous or whatever. I wanted some kind of like complication so that everything that she gets through is all the more impressive because that. And I also want like representation. I think a lot of books just slap you know, just no problem teenager or adult or whatever. And so for Nippy, her world is very quiet, and she misses stuff, and she relates to Morvelving because she feels alone too. Everyone has all this, they have all these advantages, and so she's trying so hard um, to be for people to need her and to be useful. And she has to try so hard because she can't hear and she can't communicate the way people do. And Morvelving is it's just perfect because Morvelving is just, he doesn't realize it, but he's perfect for her. And because he has at this time of the book, he's over 400 years old, so he has
Oh my
many.
gosh. A
He
lot of
has
experience.
he has lots of experience, but he still makes mistakes, and his
Yeah.
memory, he can forget things because that's a lot of time to remember everything. But he begins to teach her and stuff, and she starts to just be just soak it all in because that's, she's like, oh, like all this is, I can be useful. People could need me. People can, I can communicate with people now that I know my runes and how to communicate with them and stuff. So yeah, when I was coming up with the story, I wanted characters that were unique but also relatable. And then yeah, and I also wanted to show that the world is very it's like our world. Like there's uh, people speak differently, look differently, and stuff like that. So Nippy Nipitwa is a Friskland, and they're just a race of humans that were up in the frozen north, and so their skin is light blue, and their eyes are red, so they can see better in the dim light, and those kind of things. Like that's like the science of it. That's where my brain was going. In the story, it's just like, oh, they have got demon eyes, or something like that. And so people are like freaked out by them. But and then for Morvelving, of course, I just like the idea of it. I think, oh geez, going back, coming up with Mulroney and deciding to have like these humanoid animal creatures. I was this might be a little embarrassing, but way back when I was watching, I was through my teenage years of watching all the like action horror, like Underworld and
Oh yeah.
some other movies. And the werewolves in those are just so great, and I was like, why are they always
I know where
bad?
this is going.
Why are they always bad? I want a werewolf that looks like that and but is not trying to eat you.
Right.
There are werewolves in my story. There is a definition, a reason for that, but that comes later.
Ooh, all right. Man, that's got me even more hyped now, man. That is pretty cool. It's cool to hear how you kind of came up with all this stuff. It's very creative, very inventive, and I think that people are really gonna resonate with it. So I think that's awesome, man. We got some more people in the chat here. We got another awesome author, Adam Bassett.
Hey, Adam.
When you were talking earlier about when you read stuff and you're like, oh, they already did it. And he said that that's why he loves reading books. He knows he couldn't write them, but he can still learn from it. And that's very true.
Yes,
And then
100%.
Carmen Nicole is excited to check out the book.
Oh,
There we
thank
go.
you, Carmen. Hope you like
And
it.
I think people are going to love it, man, because I'm like excited to just get back into it as soon as we get off of this chat. So
Me too. I'm working on the second one, and I'm like,
nice. That's my next question.
Okay.
We're on the same wavelength, man.
Make make sure this hour is just packed with
yes, we got to get it all in there. All right, so you're working on the sequel right now. That's awesome. How's it coming?
It's I'm still on the first draft, which I'm a little disappointed about, but it's fine. This one's going to be longer. It's already over 100,000 words.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm not done with it. This one packs a punch. Nippy is going to be the main POV. So that's a little hint into the story as well.
Ooh. Okay.
And yeah, it's. I mean, I had a hard time writing a couple chapters because I was just emotionally drained afterwards, and I was like, oh, is this okay? Is this what I want to do? So yeah, that's how it's going. Be prepared, I guess.
All right,
Yeah,
I will be.
it definitely gets a little darker, but also I'm hoping even more inspiring and exciting for the characters. And I hope it makes because there's other characters that we meet in the first one, and I hope people will begin to love them as much as I do and stuff like that.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Well, your brother said spoilers. Can't do those yet because I'm still reading it. But that does make me think. Once I'm done with it and get review and everything out there, I'd love to have you back on and talk spoilers. That would be fun. It's
Oh
always
yeah,
fun to do videos like that.
that would be really fun. I love chatting about seeing what people like get out of things. Like I was talking to some people about like the ending and stuff like that, and they're like, "Did you mean this?" And I was like, just like caught off guard and like, wait, what
Yeah.
happened?
Well, yeah, it's
So,
funny because it can hit people so different, right? And they can see
mhm,
it from different angles that you don't even think about as the author. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
All right, so we're gonna switch gears here in a second. I want to hear about your journey writing this book and getting into writing books in general. But before we do that, I need to know if you're ready for some dad jokes.
Are you ever ready for dad jokes?
No.
I don't think I don't think you are.
All right, so I got two of them,
Oh my
uh,
goodness.
and they're pretty dumb, but they both have to do with books, kind of. All right. So
All right.
here's the first one. Uh, so the other day I was at the store and I saw this book called How to Solve 50% of Your Problems. So I bought two. Oh, that's so bad. All right, here's another one. Here's another one. All right. While I was there, I also bought a thesaurus because I didn't have one at home. I got home and I opened it. All the pages were blank. I had no word to describe how angry I was.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh, it's
If
so I'm
someone
groaning.
told me
It's so bad. Here's
if
here's one
someone
you can
told me that the
here's one you can
FBI
use
or
for
the
free
CIA
though.
tortures people with that, I would believe it with dad jokes.
Oh yeah. Here's one you can use on anybody next time you're in the car. I like to do this to my kids and they always roll their eyes at me. But next time you're in the car with somebody, put it in reverse and as you start to back up, be like, "Ah, this takes me back." Oh, rough stuff.
Yeah,
All right. So,
yeah.
let's talk about something more exciting. Let's talk about your journey into becoming an author. So I want you to take me back to when you were just a little CJ, just a little guy. Probably still had the beard, probably as tall as you were.
I did have
But
it in high. I had a better beard in high school than my teachers.
oh man, that's pretty awesome. I had a goatee in
Yeah,
high school. I didn't have the full beard yet, but um,
yeah.
so walk us through. Tell us about two things. One, take us back to when you were young and talk about some of your inspirations, like what got you into fantasy. What got you into reading? What are some of the earliest books you read or shows you watched? Video games, all that kind of stuff. And then talk about when you first started writing and when you decided to go for it and try to write a book and take us through that journey.
Yeah. So, oh gosh, way back when, I remember my grandparents coming to visit, and my grandma, me and my sister would go like wake her up in the mornings when they like visited, but we'd, ask her to tell us a story or anything like that, and she would tell us about her childhood and Vancouver, BC, living next to Native Americans Native Americans up there, and just like her like adventures with the children there. And I just it always just felt so like otherworldly to me. And that's when I started to really gain interest for the past. Because that's what fantasy, I think, is to me. It's the past.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, this is happening somewhere.
Yeah.
And so as I grew up, we were always, me and my brothers and my sister, we were always like, playing make believe or pretend or whatever. But then I found the illustrated version of the Hobbit with the big dragon on the
Oh
big
yeah.
smog on the front,
Yep.
and I stared at that thing past my bedtime so much. Um, and I didn't really understand the story at the time. I was like that young, but I looked at the
Yeah.
pictures and I tried to understand, and I started to create my own story with it. but then as I read it, absolutely loved it, and then the whole Lord of the Rings craze just took off. I think my high school, early middle school and high school, I was just the Lord of the Rings nerd. I was in it 100%. Silmarillion, Unfinished Tales, Tolkien's Letters, just everything.
Oh man!
And then Narnia and some of the other stories, and I was just like, man, these people are so cool. Stories are so great. I invested so many hours into wishing I was next to Aragorn as he, storms, arrives at the Pelennor Fields, just like stuff like that. And then Christopher Poloni released Aragon, and that's when it clicked for me that like you didn't need to be this exceptional individual. I mean, Poloni is exceptional, but you didn't need to.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, you didn't need to be this professor from the past who lived through 2 world wars and has like all these studies and stuff. You didn't need to be that to write down the stories that you wanted to, and so that kind of kicked me off and just like, oh, I can do this. And so I started writing, and me and my brother started like, oh, what if the world was like this, and like started doing that, and then where it really kicked off for me, like at the start of that, and this is really cliche, but I definitely had a dream, and it was a dream of like everything I loved just like meshed together, and I was like a portal fantasy. I was transported to all these worlds and like doing all that stuff. And then I was just like, well, what if it wasn't me, but a character? And then I started just like putting it all together. I'm like, well, I like this from the Lord of the Rings, and I like this from Narnia. Like, I loved all the creatures in Narnia. That's something that he did really well. It's just all these different creatures. And I was like, what if we did this? What if we did that? What about there? What if their culture was like this? And I started just doing that. And then as I throughout high school, I started like delving into history more and reading about ancient cultures. Loved ancient and medieval history. And then I just kept writing it down, drawing maps and stuff like that. And then in college, I think I was just like, you know what? Let's make this a consistent hobby. I was thinking dreaming big, just like, oh, I'll write down this story, send it to an agent or a publisher, and they'll be like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever, So I started doing that, but life got in the way. Out of college, I started doing school bus driving, but I just like kept when I was off, not working, or when the bus was stopped, I would like just keep writing down like notes. And I ended up in 2020, I finished my epic fantasy political epic. I finished that during COVID, but then I took a break, and that was bad. And so it kind of put me behind. And then I was just like, you know what? Let's stop dancing around the fence. I understand that they're self-publishing, so I started to research that, and because I started to see like other people get picked up by trad publishing to as indies, and I was like, oh, so this is an avenue too, because everything I heard about Prairie Letters and all that stuff just sounded not for me. And then I was like, well, I can't start with the political epic fantasy because I'm not a good enough writer yet. Like I'm not a good enough writer for that story. It needs
some more seasoning.
Okay. Yeah. And so I came up with Morvelving, and I was like, well, let's go back in time in this history, this world that I created, the world of Urviad. And let's go back in time. Let's start instead of having the reader learn or is told about legends and myths and stuff like that. Let's go show them it. Let's have them live them. Because one of the things that really struck me when I first picked up the Iliad was it just throws you into the story, and it's like, oh, and here's all these characters, and here's all these people, and then there's Diomedes who kicks Ares' ass. Like, wait, what? Who? How did he do that? Like, and who is this person? And I was like, that. I want that. I want readers to be able to know who these characters are, so that when they do these awesome things, you're really excited about it. Because I'm excited about that stuff. So I was like, let's go back. And then when I decided that I was going to pursue self-publishing, that's when I developed the story Morvelving and the series, because it's all part of the plan. I have 10 books planned for I'm calling it my antiquity books. And then once I'm done with those, I'll start moving into more like medieval and Renaissance era fantasy. Yeah, so I think that explains where I'm coming from a little bit.
Yeah.
I would also like, I guess, when I picked up Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson, I was like, okay, like, it's almost like a formula of like how to write. Like
right. Oh yeah, so good.
But because of Brandon Sanderson, I missed out on a lot of other great books. Like I just now picking up James Islington. I'm like, I should have picked up James Islington when I was younger too, because it's so good. And I have his The Will of Many on my physical TBR, and I can't wait to get into it.
Same. I want to read that one. I want to try to read it before the sequel comes out. I think in November or something, right?
Yeah, I can't keep up. Like everyone writes so fast. Like, oh.
I know, it's wild. I know, it's crazy. Carmen agrees with what you said. They said, not pandering exposition, just show me what's happening and let me discover. I love that too. I agree. Yes, showing. I feel like nowadays with books, it's way better if you show readers instead of tell them. Like that worked back for Tolkien, Lord of the Rings and that classic stuff. But now you got to show it. If you tell too much, people are gonna lose interest. But
when I critique people's stuff and there's like exposition, I'm always just like, I'm gonna take this lovely exposition and put it in my heart, but you need to get rid of it. Because I love it. I mean, I will sit there and read a history book and just be completely happy, and it's just all information. It's just not. There's no. But I love the story behind the information. So my own critique group, they're always like, Caleb, you can't have this exposition here. I'm like, well, it's important, and no, it's not. So I still do it. But
true.
Yeah.
Well, and Adam makes a good point too. It isn't just showing everything, because you do still have to.
Yes.
When you're showing, it has to be also telling. But just you can't go one way or the other. You got to find the right way to work them together for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Like, and the exposition is a character, and like a character that is shy. They don't want to tell you everything about themselves right away.
Yeah.
So it takes a while for them to break out. So.
Yep.
Or they show up in the hero moment just at the right time.
Yes, just at the right time. Yeah, I love it. Oh, that's awesome, man. It's so cool to hear your journey, and I'm just glad that you're on it, and I'm excited that I have this book that I get to get into your world, and that gets me hyped. I love when authors like stay in the same world they built, like the same sandbox, but jump around time-wise and like.
Yeah.
So you saying you already have like this more modern thing going on, and now you're going back and telling. That gets me hyped, man. I love that stuff.
Well, I mean, I love maps. I drew my own maps.
You did really?
Yeah.
Hold on, I got to show everybody that then.
Right here, I got some.
That's a good looking map, man. Yeah, look at that thing. You drew that?
Yeah.
Holy smokes!
So it's
I was gonna tell you, I love the maps. Yeah. Yeah, look how good that looks, guys. That's impressive.
The one thing I didn't do well is sense of scale, but I'm pointing this out because it's interesting. That little square is where we are in the story. The rest of that is the rest of the world.
That's sick, man.
Yeah. So I have stories in almost every location of the continent. So just stick with me for the next 20 years.
Heck yeah, I'm in. You got me. Adam is big into maps, so that's why he put these eyeballs here.
Oh,
So I think that's
yeah,
awesome
map
that you
lore.
yes.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of
Awesome.
meeting some other local map makers, and we just
Oh,
nerded
really?
out about mountains and stuff like that.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm impressed,
I
man.
do. I took calligraphy in college, and so I have a really fun time, like dipping the pen in the ink and uh, drawing the letters and stuff. It's very therapeutic. I got my tunes on, and when my book is sent to like better readers or
Hmm.
critiquers, or I'm doing a manuscript for up, I don't have a lot of what to do, so I just draw the maps that I want to have. So hopefully, I'm excited
That's
to
awesome.
get the second draft to readers for the sequel, because I want to start doing the next map where the characters are in the sequel, and start showing, like, posting the different version, the draft versions on social media. Because that's the other thing. What I
Yeah.
like about maps too is just seeing how things evolve.
Hmm.
Um, and I want to be able to show people that too. I didn't do that very well with these ones, just because I wasn't thinking about it at the time. You have to actually think about marketing. You know,
It is part of
it
it. It
doesn't
is
come
part of it.
naturally.
But I never thought about that. That's actually cool when you um if you have a world that you have all these different series at different time frames, the map, like, it's going to be kind of the same shape, but it's going to change because technology and
Mhm.
buildings and advancement, everything will
I
change.
like,
Like, that's kind of fun
yeah,
to play with, since you make your own
yeah.
maps.
I'm always like cover, blurb, map. If it doesn't have a map,
Yep.
I stop. I hesitate for a
Ooh, I
second.
know. I
So
know.
I
I
actually
know. You're
didn't pick
right.
up Joe Abercrombie for a while, because that fool didn't put a map
I
on.
know. I know. What was he
Beautiful
thinking?
show, lovely stories, masterful writing, all that
Hmm.
stuff. But silly said,
Who
yeah,
told me he didn't need a map? Come on now.
yeah. Well, and I was listening to him chat, and I was like, okay, it was a good thing that he didn't have a map, because like it ended up changing or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Yeah.
that's okay,
It'd have been
because
fine.
yeah, um,
Oh, man,
yeah,
that's impressive. Hannah says, "Bring on the sequel."
yeah. It's right upstairs, dear.
uh,
uh,
well, that's awesome, man. You have had quite the journey, and like I said, congrats, and we're all
Thank
excited to
you.
be a part of it, and can't wait to see what keeps coming next for you, man.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna switch gears again a little bit. We're gonna talk
Okay.
about your writing process. I'm gonna pick your
Yeah.
brain and see
Yeah.
what all the different things that you do, because I always find it interesting. Every author I talk to, they give a slightly different answers or way different answers. So it'll be interesting to see what yours is. But before we do that, I do a question of the day every day on my channel.
Okay. All
And
right.
I
All right.
actually didn't put mine out today yet. So this is
Oh, sweet.
breaking news. You're the
I
first
was gonna
one
be like,
that
oh,
gets
shoot,
to
did I
answer
miss
this. No, I didn't put it out yet. I had stuff going this morning, then we had this. So, but because I was talking to you, it got me thinking about dark fantasy and grimdark and stuff like that. So my question of the day is going to ask, what are some of your favorite? What aspects make you enjoy grimdark or dark fantasy? So for me, it's like what we talked about earlier. I love character. I'm always a character reader, so, and writer. So I love characters that are kind of a hot mess, but then at the same time have some goodness in them that you can see. But because it's grimdark, it's buried a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But I love characters that are a hot mess and can't get out of their own way and have relatable flaws and vices. And that's kind of my favorite thing about dark fantasy and grimdark is you have these characters that aren't squeaky clean, but there is goodness in there. But in a dark world, you got to be a little dark. So, what about you? What would you say is your favorite to read versus writing, or is it the same?
Yeah. I mean, I read a lot of like Warhammer 40K, and just like how bleak it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like um, honestly, historical fiction goes a little darker than grim dark
Oh,
fantasy and
really?
dark fantasy, because of the
Okay,
realism. And I think
that's
that's what
true.
it is for me. It's the realism. I mean,
Yep.
Black Company.
I'm gonna read that next in November.
Yeah,
I'm starting
that
that finally. I can't wait.
it's just phenomenal. But that was my first entry into it after like Warhammer and stuff like that, and I was just blown away. I was just like, wow, this is just I I feel the hopelessness that the characters have. But then I'm like even more pumped for them that they just keep going, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think humans, we're incredible. We like we're hobbits. We like our comfort and stuff like that. But like hobbits, you put us in a tough situation, and we rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
And I think Grimdark does that really well. And that's what I'm trying to write as well. Like the world is real, like it's dangerous and stuff like that. And some characters are gonna just be like, well, what the hell? You just killed this person. Well, he was in my way. Like, what are you talking about? That's terrible. And it's just like,
Yeah.
well, in my life, that's just like normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good for you that your life has just been so nice, you know.
Right.
So there's both characters, and all it depends, you know, where they are, where they've been, and stuff like that. And so that's what I like. That's what I like to see. And I think it's kind of weird, but like evil people, you know, on the other side. If we're talking about like a battlefield, people on the other side, they're courageous too. You know,
Right.
they're doing it. You know, they're your enemy, but they're also, you know, risking their lives as well. So it's kind
Mm-hmm.
of it kind of goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I would say that's it. That's what I like about it is that it's just the realism, but then also when the hopeful and the good comes out, it's even stronger because when they choose to do good, when everything around them is shit, that shows better a stronger character. So
Yeah. I agree. Well said, my friend. All right. So first question about writing process is there's a spectrum of authors, right? You have pantser and you have plotter. Pantser, you just sit down, write, you plan nothing, you just go. Plotter, you plan everything out, no matter what. You don't stray from it. You have a novel of outlines, and then sometimes you fall everywhere in between. So where would you say you fall on that spectrum? Are you on one side or the other? Are you in the middle? Do you lean towards one side? What do you think?
well, I'm definitely in the best version and the stronger and the way, which is the plotters. Panzers are crazy. They're the I can't think of anything right now. But anyway, yeah, I'm a plotter. I will do. Let's. I'll stop saying. I think panzers are
I
awesome.
say you're just
They,
digging a hole.
I wish I could do that, but I got to plan everything ahead. I gotta.
Oh man.
I so I brainstorm the story. I make sure I review all my notes, things that I've done in the past, and then I'll revamp the update my notes or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll outline every chapter. It's pen and picture. I can't see it, but
That's I can
and
see, I can tell.
so that's what I do. I brainstorm the story arcs. I outline each chapter. I write out the character's arc beforehand. Leave room
Wow.
for footnotes and like changes and stuff like that. Everything is there. And then even then, like on book two, I've run into I'm like, I didn't write enough down in this outline. I have to like improvise right now. So um, I run into that will. And like I said, I like to draw a map, so I have a map there for reference. I'll throw in
Oh,
I'll
nice.
write in a huge like uh, first draft map, just scribbles everywhere. But just so for reference, so I know if the character's facing this way, this is what they're going to see, or something like
Oh,
that.
that's
So
smart. I didn't think about
um,
that. That's some good continuity, man.
yeah,
Impressive.
yeah. um, so yeah, that's definitely my process. Research
Okay.
too. This Bronze Age writing in Bronze Age is kind of difficult for research. There's not a lot of information, but there is a lot of information out there. I mean, I've discovered some new things, but I know that I'm going to have to set some time aside to make sure and research to make sure that the characters are doing in this time frame or time period are doing the correct thing, the way that we know that people in that time period in our history did. I think Robin Hood said it at Worldcon, and really, I was just like, yeah, that's so true. It's just that, like, do your due diligence, like, make sure you do your research, and I think that's where. I mean, again, we're talking about fantasy a lot, but one of the my big inspirations come from historical fiction, because those authors do years and years and almost decades of research before they even write that story.
Yeah.
And it's so inspiring. And then you read their story and you're transported into an alien world that allegedly is real, and it reads like fantasy. I love it, but that's my inspiration for my world as well. It's just like, make sure that I'm doing the proper research and for that. So a lot of work goes in. I've done a lot of work in the past, but I'm for the sequel, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to set some time aside to make sure I do double research to make sure I got everything right, because I missed some things, even though I outlined it. I missed it.
So you're not perfect? Oh man, come on.
Yeah. I'll let someone else do that.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So, all right, I'm curious, because you're so far to the plotter side with writing, because you have your debut book, you're working on book 2, but you also wrote that other book. So have you ever had a character or events or something in the story where you get to it and you're like, now that I've been writing these characters for a while, this doesn't feel right, and you change what they do or what happens to them, or someone gets more page time or less page time, or you add a character like that wasn't on your outline? Or are you like, this is what my outline said, I'm still going to keep doing what I said?
Yeah, I mean, in Morvelving, I had just a character that showed up, and then she just popped out of the page, and I was like, ooh, I like this character. She's super fun to write, and it was so refreshing to write, because I was like moving towards the middle of the book, and I was like getting tired of writing from like the same two POVs or whatever. And so when I switched to her, I just went naturally into it. And then in the originally, like, Morvelving was going to have like a different character, and then the feedback that I got were just people were just like, he's not interesting, and I'm like, wow, he's a 7 foot tall, like, wolf humanoid. What's not interesting about that?
That was pretty cool to me.
But no, it was good, and so I had to re-plot out his character and stuff. Something that really helped me was this novel, Save the Cat. Save the Cat writes the novel.
Okay.
Yeah, it really sets out all the beats, story beats and story arcs and stuff like that. It really helped me.
Saves the Cat writes a novel. Okay.
Yeah.
You should get some kind of kickback for mentioning that.
I mean, yes, but it's okay.
All right, I got it down. Okay, very cool. So that has happened to you. So you took the 7-footer going to be in the books at some other point, just not as a POV? Is the 7 foot tall character you took out, are they going to be in the books at some other point?
No, that's Morvelving. The Morvelving are all very tall.
Okay.
They have two joints. They have 2 knee joints, because they got the wolf one and then the human one, so they're pretty tall. But his first character will probably translate to other Morani characters that we.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Maybe I thought you meant it was a totally different character. Okay. Got it. All right. Nice. Very discreet. All right. So next question. So since you're an indie author, you are the one who makes the deadlines and sets the deadlines. when you have a deadline and you know you want to get the writing done by a certain time, are you someone that sets like daily, weekly goals for your writing? Like, I need to write this much by this time or this much by that time. Or are you like, I'll just try to write every day as long as I get it done by the end goal? That's all that matters.
Yeah, I definitely have had my like crunch times before where I was just like, nope, nothing else. Writing, the only thing I'm doing. I work a full-time job, so I
Yeah,
work 40
that
hours
makes
a
it
week.
hard.
So I every weeknight I try to do an hour of writing or more.
That's
But
solid.
usually that means oh, I only got 2 hours that week, or today I stared at the screen for an hour and then started writing the last 10 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's hit or miss, but the main thing that I try to go for is consistency. I never try to take more than 2 days off of writing because it's just so hard to get back into it lately. Um, so yeah, I'm all about consistency, and then if I have a deadline, I don't really set a deadline until the story starts to feel like a story, read like a story. So I just wait till I'm there, and then I'm like, okay, where can I, what goal can I fit? So Morvelving took me 2 years from start to finish. So that's kind of my alleged goal right now is get the next book out in 2 years. I'm hoping to finish it sooner because with self-publishing, getting stories out, the more books you have, the more likely you are to be noticed. And people like complete series. They don't like to wait for anything anymore. Thank you, George R. R. Martin. Also,
thanks for ruining that.
Martin. And so I'm trying to do that. I wish I was better, and I should start practicing writing shorter stories and novellas and stuff like that to try to get those out.
Like in
but
between.
I'm kind of the person where I have to work 100% at one thing. I can't split myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I just become unhappy because I'm like, oh, I can't finish anything because I don't put enough time into it. So yeah, I don't really set the goal until like I have an understanding that the story is like almost done. But yeah, my goal, the alleged goal is 2 years, hopefully sooner. Yeah, I it's kind of the reason why I went self-publishing to begin with, because when I had the story, I had the pitch for the story, I had the outline for the story. I pitched it to an agent in person. That was actually it was kind of fun that they had the opportunity. I pitched it to them, and they're like, "Oh wow, it sounds really interesting. Here's my card." And I was like, "Oh, this is it. This is so exciting, you know." And I got an automated rejection from them. But it took me months, 3 4 months to write up the amount of words that they wanted, writing over how good it read, and then forming the letter and all that. And then I sent it to it, and I just got an automated rejection. And I was like, I don't have time for this. Like, I don't have time for these rejections and things like
or
that.
The energy for it.
Yeah, so I was just like, I will let my published novels be my query letters to anyone listening, and hopefully that will work. Because I mean, there's no if anyone's watching and they're thinking about self-publishing or publishing, there's really no one way to do anything anymore. Because traditional publishing doesn't even follow their own tradition of queries and anything anymore.
Right.
They go all over the place. They're looking for who has the audience, who has the sales, and stuff like that, and they're just picking them up when they want to. So it's the Wild West. No.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. All right. So along in that same area, when you are writing and focused on writing, are you a creature of habit? Do you like to write at a certain time every day? Do you like to write in a certain place when you write? That kind of stuff. I'm seeing the head nods. I'm guessing yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in my office right now. I've got my cozy desk. I got all my inspiration. Map of Middle Earth, swords around me, the books and stuff like that. So I like to be in this my dark corner where I can brood and lurk.
I like it.
But I also like, if things become distracting, I also like to like go out to the pub or coffee shop or whatever. I actually get a lot of work done there too. But for time wise, yes, I have a very strict schedule that I try to keep with, but it moves around. But generally, I'm writing week evenings, Saturday mornings, Sunday afternoons, like just keep it going. Sometimes I take Sunday off. But yeah, I definitely creature of habit. Have to get doing. If my schedule gets disrupted, I turn into a raging goblin. It's just like I can't like everything. My skin's crawling, and it's like the world is ending.
Oh man,
and
you're all thrown off.
Hannah's just like, you slept in an hour.
It's gonna be all right.
It's gonna be all right.
Oh man. No, that's good. It helps you keep on task, right? So that's it's not a bad thing. I'm sure in the moment it's not very enjoyable, but but that's good. You know what you need to do and you do it. So all right, last one for writing process. Do you listen? Hannah says she can confirm that this is true. Yeah. So last question. Do you listen to music when you write or any kind of background noise, or do you like it quiet? And if you listen to music, do you need it to be non-lyrical so that it doesn't trip you up?
Yeah, I used to be 100% like non-lyrical, but I've been branching out a little bit. But I'm still pretty strict to like non-lyrical. I just get distracted by the lyrics. I found a recipe that works for me though, which is folk music in a different language.
Oh wow! You don't understand anyway.
So,
that works.
Yeah, it sounds great. But yeah, I listen to a lot of like Dan Hine, Heelong, soundtracks, movie soundtracks, and video game soundtracks. Video game music is killing it right now. It's just so good. And the big ones: Howard Shore, Bear McCreary. I did not like the recent Rings of Power show, but the music was amazing. So I have all that added in. So yeah, I like finding like unique music that makes me feel like I'm in a different world, close to the earth. Those kind of things where I if I wanted to, I could go put on a hood and like go move around in the forest and to the music and just be totally happy. So
hold on, I need to see that again. How do you move with a hoodie on in the forest?
You can't. You have to clip the gremlin shake when when it happens. I am doing it again.
Not doing it again. Oh man. Now I need Hannah to confirm if that's how you dance at weddings too. I need to know this.
Yeah.
All right. So before we switch gears again, real quick, we have John Douglas, another awesome author, the mayor of Orc City. Thanks for being here, my friend. And then Adam.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, he's hilarious. He's got an awesome book. I can't reach the cover, but his book is about orcs, and it's pretty awesome.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, as a friend, as a self-identifying dwarf, I'm a little nervous.
Oh yeah, well, it's a good orc. It's like a coming of age story. The orc is the hero, which is pretty cool. And Adam earlier, Adam earlier had said a good comment I wanted to show you. He said, with such an expansive world, you could totally work in a novella at different times and places where the main cast doesn't go. But he also said, obviously, write what you want to write. But you could definitely, with that big of a world, you could do so much with short stories and novellas eventually.
I actually have a novella written. It was like a couple of chapters away. It's about 20,000 words away from being done, but I like put it aside because again, I can only work on one thing like 100%. I'm really frustrated that I'm like that, but if I have a lull, I might go back and do that because I really liked it. It was medieval Indian inspired, Indian Pakistani inspired area, and it's like a cop murder hunt mystery, but it's like
Well, that
paladins
sounds cool.
After a werewolf or something.
Heck yeah, that
So,
sounds awesome, dude.
yeah, I'll get back to it, but because I'm looking for things to do. I mean, like, because one of the things self-publishing, you got to market for yourself, and everyone says newsletter, newsletter, newsletter. I'm like, okay, well, newsletter. By the way, it's in the link, and if you subscribe, you
Yep.
get the first chapter of Morvelving for free. Because
Ooh,
that's my
there you
magnet,
go.
and I'm just because I
Yep.
don't have anything else right now. Even though
Yep.
from what I hear, like first chapters are not really a good like magnet. I need like a complete story, so I'm working on it. It's all I only have so much time. I'm trying to do everything at once. I really, really love the indie authors, local and all over the internet that I see that have the time and are just killing it and like,
Mm-hmm.
getting tons of reviews
Oh
and
yeah.
like tons of publicity. And I'm just like, I want to join that wagon, but don't have the time.
It does.
Hardly.
It takes time. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll get there. You got the right ideas, you got the right mindset, you got the work ethic, you got the personality, man. You just gotta find time to do it all. It just takes time. Don't put too much
Yeah.
pressure on yourself.
Well,
Hey,
yeah.
you
I
wrote
know.
a book already, and I
Yeah.
think it's like some crazy stat I read, like less than 10%, like a single digit of people who start a manuscript actually publish a book. So you already are in the minority, my friend. So
Yeah,
there
I,
you
I,
go.
I appreciate that, and you're lifting me up, but we're turning the favor here. Like I keep seeing all your videos, like the amount of work that you do and push in, and then hear this that you're like starting to write to. I'm like, where is this man fitting in all this stuff in 24 hours? Like
I don't
because
sleep
I
much.
mean, like me, you have kids. Like
Yep, yep.
that's just crazy, man. Like you are doing awesome.
Ah, thanks, man.
Keep it up. Like it's
Hey,
inspiring.
I appreciate that, and I feel the same way. Even with this content stuff, it's the same thing. Like I see people getting all these views and all these subscribers and taking off and getting this big
Yeah.
platform, and I'm like busting my butt, and I don't get that many views. But you just got to keep at it, and you have fun with it, and eventually, if it's a dream, you just keep going, and it's gonna work out eventually,
Yeah.
right? That's right.
100%.
Because the worst thing would be to wonder what if, right? To not
Yeah,
ever know.
yeah,
Like if you give it your all and it just gets to a certain point, at least you know you gave it your all. Um,
yeah.
all right. So we are over an hour, but I do have one last segment where I like to ask questions where we can get to know you outside of your
And
writing,
I
if you have time. And I
and
know
I do
you
have
had something you
one
wanted
little thing
to
that I
say.
want to do with
I know
you.
you had something you want to do too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we can do that first if you want.
Okay,
Before we
sure.
switch
Yeah.
to my questions for you.
So this is something I like to do when I go in person and stuff like that. But that scene in Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, when Aragorn
Yeah.
convinces Theoden to like go out and meet them, and
Yeah.
Theoden says, "Let this be the hour that we draw swords together." So
Oh yeah, yeah.
I ask you, will this be the hour that you draw swords with me?
Yes.
Yes. So, like, just 30 seconds, a minute. Let's just draw a sword, my friend.
Oh gosh. You
You
told me
got
I
to do
needed
it.
paper. You didn't tell me that I was gonna be drawing.
Well, hey, you sang to a camera. You can draw
That's
on the
true. That
camera.
is true. That's true. All right. Let's see how
All right,
this
here we
goes.
go. Drawing my best sword yet.
Probably, man. Jeez. This is a good idea. I think I'm gonna start having people draw something.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
That's
super
brilliant.
fun at events because people are like, "Wait, you want me to draw a sword with you?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Oh, yeah, I'll do that." Kids love it too, and they're like, "I'm going to draw the best sword ever." I'm like, "Yes, you are."
Yeah, you are.
All right, this turned into a dagger.
I know I don't have enough room on the sticky note. I should have planned ahead better. This looks like I'm trying to draw like the Thundercat sword or something else, and I'm realizing here. All right.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Wait, yeah, there we go. Oh, dude, your sword looks so good. Mine's like all crooked. It's like
I cheated. I drew this beforehand. This is
you. I was gonna say, there's no way you drew that. It's so like intricate.
Right,
mine looks like a foam sword you get at the dollar store. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, this is what I had to do that to you. I'm sorry, but this is what I do just now.
Okay, that makes me feel better. But, I should have looked at the comments. She was letting me know.
Oh, come on, Hannah is the what? Never mind. I won't talk about it. Cheater. Take one, you know one.
Oh man.
But I want to show something I'm working on. This is Penalty, the bronze two-handed sword that Morvelving has in the book.
Oh man,
it's
that thing's sweet.
Gifted to him by the dwarves because bronze weapons they can't be long because they just droop. The metal's too heavy, so they just bend. That's why you don't have like two-handed bronze swords in history.
Okay.
But the dwarves enchanted it with their magic to make it so it doesn't bend. So Morvelving has
that's sweet.
They make it for the elves, but they gave him one because their dwarves are awesome.
Heck yeah, man. That's cool. I think it's awesome.
I'm sorry I tricked you, but I had to do it.
I'll forgive you this time. That was pretty good. That was good. I was actually like really impressed. I'm like, holy smokes, you drew that quick? And I'm like, wait a minute. There's no way.
No way I threw that together. And even that is like there's all kinds of problems with that drawing. So I'm really bad with straight lines. So
man. Right. Well, yeah, there you go. Well, see, Grady says keep you honest, but it sounds like you do that yourself. So all right, so I got a few questions for you, but first I need to see if you can solve. I usually do 1 minute mysteries, but I use them all up, so I'm actually going to start. I have some riddles. We're going to do a riddle and see if you can solve it. And the chat can shout out if they think they know the answer to help you out.
Help me.
All right, I'm gonna let's see, which one of these do I want to do? I don't want to make it too hard on you. Here we go. This is a good one. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
No.
All right. Here we go. Let's see. This I like this one. This is good. All right. So David's father has 3 sons. Their names are Snap, Crackle, and what?
David?
Oh, dude, nice job. You got it. You got it.
Oh.
You say it so that you'll be like, oh, it popped. And then it's like,
I feel really good about that, and everyone else is probably like, "Wow, that is the easiest riddle ever." And I'm like, "No, that was."
I did start at the top with the easier ones. Here, I'll real quick. I'll tell you the other one. Let's see if you would have got this one.
Okay.
The other one I was gonna have you do is the more of these you take, the more you leave behind you. What am I? The more you take, the more you leave behind. Now this one's a little more. Think about your book and your characters. They're on a journey. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What are you taking on a journey? What do you keep taking over and over and over again?
More? I don't know. Just
steps, man. Steps. The more you take, footsteps. The more you take.
I can't take it.
I should have just kept it at the David one. We shouldn't have gone back to that.
It breaks the illusion, any kind of illusions that anyone has. I write stories, but I am a dork.
Oh, that's why we enjoy our time with you, man. Jasper Renwick just popped in. What's up, Jasper? Thanks for being here. All right, so I got some questions for you.
Okay.
We're going to start off with an easy one. Maybe this one may be hard for some people. What is your favorite color?
Green. No blue.
No. Oh, wait, no. Which is it, man? Green or blue?
I just I recently rewatched Monday Night once.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Well done. All right.
Yeah.
So is it always been green? Is it green or is it blue? Now I'm not sure. Which
It's
part was the
blue.
joke?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I like them combined. They're great.
Okay.
I like the combination. So.
It is a good combination. I agree. Okay. Next question. What's your favorite food? So if you and Hannah are going out to eat and you get to pick where you're going.
Yeah, green is Nikki's favorite color too. So.
Oh, really?
Oh.
There you go.
Oh man, that's so hard. We live in Portland, Oregon, and the food here is just so good. We've been really liking authentic ramen.
Ooh,
Fantastic.
that sounds good. I have never had authentic ramen. I do want to try that.
It's just amazing. It gets all over my beard.
I was going to say, that sounds like a bad one for the beard. All right. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Next question. We know that you like to write. You're great at drawing maps, but what's a hobby or a talent you have we don't know about?
I'm a practitioner of European martial arts, historical fencing. I do two-handed fencing. Yeah, there's some in the.
That's awesome. Oh yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
Let me bring it.
Yeah, get those bad boys. Let's see them.
Yeah. So.
You're showing off the legs, man. Gosh.
Yeah. Like that.
Oh, that's sweet.
So this is called a feather skirt or a feather sword. That's what I train with. It's about 2.5 pounds. Wow. Fortunately, I've been out with injury, so I haven't been able to like practice much. I hurt my back.
That'll do it.
I'm getting back into it. It's so fun getting in modern protective gear and swinging at your friends with a sword artfully, laughing, quoting Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, and making lightsaber noises, being serious, but then it's just goofy. When I first started doing it, I was really into it. Did some competitions, have a humble selection of medals.
Nice.
But I mainly just love it for the community and the study of it. Swords are really interesting. I try to bring in that knowledge into the action scenes and fight scenes in my book.
Dude.
Yeah,
you have so many cool things that are great for your books, like your love of historical fantasy and all that you bring, or fiction and all that you bring into it. And now this, like that's pretty sweet.
It's really fun. I mean, I understand the difference between like an actual or not a fencing match between two people and like a battle and like and then the difference in like fantasy when there's magic and like writing it as a story or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I mean, from my understanding, like duels are, from what information we have, duels are very ugly, very nasty. Sometimes end very quickly or end very gruesomely and nasty.
Oh yeah.
So it's not fun to write that unless you're going for something like that. And then there's a difference between when everyone's just meshed together in a battle versus just two people fighting each other with weapons. So it's a lot of fun to do. Definitely none of the and they clashed swords together and had a 3-paragraph conversation.
That
would not happen. Have the conversation before you even start fighting each other.
yeah, for sure. Very nice. All right. What was your first job that you got a paycheck for?
Oh, geez. We're going way back. I did. For whatever reason, I don't know why I did this, but money was exciting as a teenager. But I was I went to private school and I ended up being the janitor at the private school too, as a teenager while going to the school. So I don't know why they gave me the keys, but I had the keys.
That's pretty good. What's the grossest thing you ever had to deal with when you're doing that? Did you ever have to clean up any vomit or anything like that?
Oh, geez, yeah, the summer schools were the worst.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, but I usually just let the older janitor take care of it, and just like boom, and just like run. But yeah, I can't remember anything specific, but there was a couple times where I was just like, "Hey, buddy, you need to
Yeah.
do that. I can't."
Yeah, this is just my like after school job. Like
Yeah,
this is your thing. You take it.
yeah. I mean, I did, like I said, when out of college, I did school bus driving, and the stuff that the kids
Oh,
do
even yeah, that.
is ridiculous. So
I bet, dude.
I'm definitely trying to stay away from that at all costs now.
Yeah, I don't blame you. All right, what was your first car? What was your first ride?
Oh, geez, I don't remember. It
You don't
ran
remember your first
exactly,
car?
the maybe my brother's in the chat. He could probably tell me. I
He
think
might remember.
it was a hand-me-down from my brother. It was like a
Okay.
Ford Taurus or something.
Oh man,
Um,
what color was it?
oh, some shade of blue. I don't know.
You did
It
not
got
like your
totaled.
first car very much.
I hit a deer and it got totaled. So I don't
Oh
know.
gosh.
Like so I can't remember um, all the specifics. So
Oh man, do you remember like roughly what year it was?
I'm sorry, man. I just do
You
not
don't
follow
remember
cars.
any of this?
I can't even
I
tell you
don't
what
either.
year the car I have right now. Like I'm just like
You're like, I don't even remember what I had before this.
it takes me places. That's all I know about
Oh
cars.
man. All right, all right. Well, at least you
Sorry.
remembered what kind of car it was. So that's good. That's good. Your brother's gonna be like, it actually was like something totally different.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
do remember a 91 Toyota Corolla. That thing was a little tank that I had a lot of
Oh
fun
yeah, those
with.
were.
But again, I hit a deer and it got totaled too. So I
Jeez,
think
man,
it
what do you got
was
against deer?
nothing. Maybe they love me. I don't know. They always just. They, I mean, honestly, I felt so bad. I mean, deers are cute, but
Yeah.
they're dumb.
Your brother doesn't remember either.
But just how it is, I guess. I grew up in, why that? Come on, Chad. That's all
Oh,
right.
it happens. It happens. All right.
Yeah, I was worried about that. I was like, oh, he's gonna ask me a car question, and it's gonna be the worst answer.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm not. I mean, I think cars are cool, but I don't know anything about cars. I just like to. It's just fun to kind of think back, and then I like to look up a picture of it to show you. Just like, is that what it looked like? But it's fine. I mean, I drew your sword, but you couldn't remember what kind of car you had. I forgive you. I forgive you. All right, last spot. I got like some rapid fire questions for you to see which ones you
All right,
think are
okay.
better. Okay, you ready?
No,
First
my
one.
comfort sword.
You're ready. You're ready for battle. All right. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, Star Wars, 100%.
Nice, nice. Okay. And you talked about being a gamer, so go back in
Oh, yeah.
time. Nintendo or Sega?
Oh, yeah. See, that's an interesting conversation because I was very late to video games. So
Okay. Okay. Well,
Nintendo
let's
64.
go.
Yeah,
What's that?
Nintendo 64. That's the
Oh
first one.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So then you were a Nintendo. So when you got older, did you stick with Nintendo or were you Xbox or PlayStation?
I was really enthralled with the cool kids that built their own computers. I was like, what?
I was gonna say, or
All
were
these,
you a PC gamer?
yeah, I'm a PC gamer. Friend
Nice.
me hand over his like old tower to me, and I used that, and then like pestered him about like how he makes it. And he's like, you just put it's a puzzle. You just put the pieces together. I'm like, what pieces? It was a lot.
That's awesome. That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah,
Do you
I
still
spent
find
way
time to
too much
game now?
time. What's that?
Do you still find time to do gaming? Do you do PC gaming still?
Yeah. I'm a decorated war hero in Helldivers 2.
Oh, Helldivers, nice.
It's so fun. But yeah, I do find time. I like that game because you can just like hop in for like
Oh
40
yeah,
minutes and then
yeah.
just be done.
Yeah.
But I love that game. I also play too much Total War games, and really like Valheim, which is a Viking survival
Oh,
game.
okay. Oh, yeah, yeah. I've heard of that one.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's really fun for the money. Like you get a lot of time in that. But yeah, it came out during COVID, so everyone had time, and I just played that way too much at that time. But yeah, I try to make time for video games because the stories are inspiring, and the just being able to relax and have fun also to regenerate my own creativity. So yeah,
That's
I
good.
definitely try to find time to do that. But yeah.
Nice. I like it. All right. What about Marvel or DC?
uh, I mean, I was Marvel for a while, but DC is doing a little better now.
I know they're doing pretty good right
I,
now.
I'm just a movie watcher for both
Yeah,
of
yeah.
them.
Okay.
I try to get into comics, but the it's just overwhelming. There's so many of them.
There's
Like I don't
so
even know
much,
where to
so
start.
much. Yeah.
And anytime you ask
Yeah.
anyone, they're like, "Oh, start with these first like 200 volumes."
I'm like, what? Who has time for that? No, you know what you need to do is you need to get into some more like indie comics, like Image or
Oh,
Dark
okay, yeah,
Horse comics. Some of those in like where they make their own, because those are shorter. And I same way as a kid, I loved comics and cartoons and all the superhero stuff. But then I got older and I tried to get back into it. I'm like, it's just like thousands of issues. I don't have time to read all of this and all these spin-offs. And so, but then I got into
yeah.
indie comics, and those are awesome. But I hear you.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah.
all
I'll have to
right,
try
and
that.
then my last two questions for you are food related. So first one,
Okay,
what's the better grape? What tastes better, red grapes or green grapes?
green grapes.
Green. Come on,
Yeah,
man. Just when I thought we were
yeah.
gonna be best friends.
There's a little smack in the mouth. I like it when there's sweet and sour.
I do like both, but I prefer the red. But that's all right. I still like it.
Or
All right.
maybe
Last.
I'm eating bad green grapes.
Yeah, true. That's true. All right. Last question. Is Are pineapples a good pizza topping?
uh, Absolutely not. It's a combination from hell, and should be all the countries in the world should ban it. 100%. It should be a war crime. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah,
You heard it here, people. Come
yeah.
come at him,
Sorry.
those pineapple lovers.
If you're like, oh, I'm interested in his book, but that pineapple question, I'm like, that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I don't want you to
They
read my book. If you,
they were
I'm kidding.
they
I'm
were
kidding.
just
No.
about to, they were just about to click buy, and then they're like, he doesn't like
No.
pineapple. Turn it off.
I am my worst enemy. That's for sure. So.
Oh man. Well, awesome, dude. We're at an hour and a
Yeah.
half, so I'll wrap it up here before my wife
Okay.
comes charging in here.
Yeah.
But but this has been
Yeah.
a
It was
blast,
so
dude. I had
fun.
so much fun. Yeah.
Thank you
And
so much for
anytime I'd
having me
love to
on
have
this
you on
one.
again. Yeah, man. I'd love to have you on again for a spoiler chat whenever you have a book come out. If you ever need to promote
Yeah.
anything, this is called Beast Friends Forever for a reason, because we are Beast Friends forever now, my friend. I got your back if you ever need anything. So
Yeah.
I will give you the
That was
floor real
no
quick
choice
to
now. You're
share.
stuck with me. I'm stuck with you.
Good. That's right. We're stuck with each other.
Oh boy.
So yeah, anyway, you have the floor to share,
Yeah.
shout out anything you want to say
Yeah.
before we go.
Yeah. CJ Switzer. You can find my book, Morvelving, anywhere on the internet. If you're pirating it, please review it. That'd be great. The link below, my Linktree, you can please follow me on on my socials to see what's going on. Hit subscribe on the newsletter. Test out that first chapter. If you don't like it, if you don't want to be on the newsletter, you can unsubscribe or whatever. Just don't tell me because it'll hurt my feelings. But subscribe. I will have my title reveal for book 2 on my newsletter at the end of the month or the beginning of next month. So, and also the newsletter, I'm only going to be posting like 4 times a year. I'm going to try to keep it low just so I don't spam you guys. But yeah, join join this journey. It's going to be dark. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be inspiring. Welcome.
Perfect. Well done. Yes.
And that was the worst.
No, it was good. It was good. It was good. CJ's Linktree with all his links and everything about the book and all his social media, everything is in the description down below. So make sure you check that out. Go support CJ. Check out the book. Again, look at this beautiful cover. You know you want this on your shelf. Look at that.
Yep.
Look at that. Look at it. And like his wife said, look at that handsome guy in the back there. So yes, get this book, check it out. I'm reading it. It's really good. Sorry, what were you saying? This keeps happening because all of a sudden I think it's my internet. I keep interrupting you because there's a hesitation because of my internet. I think all of a sudden like your video and your voice are off, so I keep thinking you're not talking, and then as soon as I start talking, you are talking. So I'm sorry. Say what you were gonna say. I'm gonna stop talking.
I was waiting for you to stop, and then you weren't, and then So great times. Don't be if you're listening and checking this out. Don't be afraid to DM me if you're like, well, I would want to read it, and I have a platform for like reviews or anything like that. I need content. Don't be afraid to DM me. Just like, hey, I'd love to get a free copy of your book for a review. I'd happily send it over. My main goal is to get as many readers to check out Morvelving. So don't hesitate to reach out.
Heck yeah, man. You heard it here.
Thank you so much for having me on your channel. This was a blast. And yeah, let's do it again. 100%. Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good to me, man. All right, everybody in the chat, you guys were fantastic. Thank you for being here. Everybody watching on replay, thank you. We appreciate it. Everybody have a great rest of your weekend. I'll be back next week, and I'll see you in the next one. And until I do, as I always say, devour your TBRs, be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see you, everybody. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.